Well, what are you putting
what
on
I
the
was going to
slab?
put on the slab was a fashion outlet called Pretty Little Things. And the reason they are in the news is because they've used a couple of models, plus-size models.
I think there's
of the
picture
time
there.
My grandmother would have said, now, a bit of condition on them.
Yeah, fine girls.
Fine girls.
Fine girls.
Now, in fairness to Pretty Little Things, they are not the worst offenders in this regard, because last month, I think it was Cosmopolitan that put a 22-stone woman on the cover of an aspirational fashion magazine. And I have to say, I do have a problem with that. I think, you know, that this is not helping. They're making the argument, this is about body positivity, this is about embracing your curves, this is about, you know, feeling good about yourself.
Which are all really good points.
Oh, yeah, but I do think there are other ways, you know, of addressing what is a very serious issue, obesity. Do you know 300 people a year in this country die of obesity-related issues?
Brenda,
that
do you
is
think
more
this
than
kind of thing is normalising obesity?
I think it's kind of almost exploiting the way that obese people feel about themselves by saying, you know, don't feel bad. In other words, don't listen to the doctors when they're trying to tell you might be better off losing a little bit of weight. What they're saying
we
is...
should be telling them to feel bad?
No, no, I'm not saying you should tell them to feel bad, but what I'm saying is don't pretend that this is not a health issue. I mean, you know, they would not dream of putting a dangerously anorexic woman on their website anymore, because the fashion industry, there's been a sort of an industry-wide backlash against that, and so they've stopped that. You would not put a 5-stone girl and say, well, I know she looks like an Auschwitz victim, but doesn't she rock that bikini? You know, but it's okay now suddenly to put a dangerously overweight woman.
So you're saying they're promoting
and they did,
obesity?
and there was the argument made when the models were too thin that young girls are aspiring to this.
And so can you imagine, but can you just imagine, you know, a teacher or a doctor or a parent who's been battling with a young girl troubled by her weight, and how this message runs counter to everything they've been told. You know, it isn't healthy. It's
Jason,
but loads of people know that obesity is not good. So I don't think that a young person's going to want to be overweight.
I think it might make them maybe think, actually, I'm not so bad.
No, but I mean, a lot of people know that it's connected to diabetes and heart
there's
disease.
1 in 5
you're not going to want to be
overweight in Ireland. But they don't going obese because.
Yeah, but they're not wanting to be.
But that
is that
doesn't
what
mean
you're
it's not
saying?
happening.
That this is promoting them wanting to be.
I think this is making it. This is normalising it, and this is countering the messages that they're getting.
And I think more. No, but I think more of the kids would rather be thinner, which is then going the dangerous anorexic end.
But you know what I think? I mean,
but I think a lot more people die from obesity than die from being thin. In fairness,
but a lot of people know that. So why would you want to be overweight?